So I've seen a lot of discourse on Twitter recently talking about lockdown football, more specifically how it felt like one massive fever dream. So I thought it might be fun to go back and have a look at some of the best moments to come out of this period.
And therefore, I urge you to stay at home, protect our NHS and save lives.
I just want to do a quick video message just to say how deeply embarrassed I am.
There's no particular order in which I'm looking at these incidents, it's more or less just the order in which I found them. But we're starting off with Man U getting a penalty after the full-time whistle had been blown. This just wouldn't happen to any other club, would it? Yeah, Man U were rewarded a record-breaking 14 penalties in the first COVID season. The Penandas memes were strong this year, I remember. Sticking with the Man U theme, this was also around the time that they beat Southampton 9-0. I forgot Southampton got 2 red cards that game. That does explain things. Of course there's a Bruno pen in there as well. They kinda had to be, didn't they? Moving on, we have some absolutely ridiculous results from this period. I have no recollection of this game whatsoever. Again, 3 penalties. Referees were just this year, weren't they? Oh my god, this game. I remember this one as well because Coutinho was on loan at Bayern from Barca. He just came on in like the last 10 minutes and really just stuck the nail in the coffin. I remember Lads, It's Tottenham being thrown around a lot this day. Also, of course, there's just another Bruno penalty in there. They're just like little Easter eggs at this point. I can't believe that the same day this happened, we also had the Aston Villa 7-2 versus Liverpool. I'd be curious to see the XG on that one. Yeah, fair enough, they overperformed in that, but still, to create almost 4 XG against Liverpool, like, what the fuck happened there? We have another Liverpool incident up next, and it's Alisson scoring the winning goal against West Brom. It's such a great header as well. He has nestled that into the side netting. I love that Nat Phillips tries to nab it from him as well. I've got a bit of a personal favourite up next. So I think this was quite soon after football had resumed, and Leeds had this lovely idea where fans could pay to have cardboard cutouts of themselves at Elland Road. But naturally, when you try to do something nice for football fans, of course they're going to abuse it. Someone paid for a cardboard cutout of Bin Laden to sit, like, right in the front row as well. I guess it got caught because the guy that was sat next to him must have seen it and been like, hang on. Surely the best £25 this person has ever spent. I've got another kind of personal one up next, and it's when Arsenal somehow managed to beat Liverpool 2-1 near the end of the first COVID season. I promise I'm not submitting this one in some sort of Arsenal-based flex. In fact, quite the opposite. Look at the stats from this game. I've never seen Arsenal look more like a newly promoted side. 2 shots on target, 2 goals, both of which came from defensive errors from, I think, Alisson and Van Dijk. It just felt a bit surreal to, like, not be on the receiving end of one of these for a change. Right, I'll stop banging on about this now. Let's look at the duality of lockdown Arsenal. Bellerin. I love that he, like, immediately accepts it. He doesn't even try to chase it down. Just gets better every time you watch it. I know Arteta likes his inverted fullbacks. I don't think he wants them to invert their own legs. I forgot this was when Ozil got ostracised as well. You can just tell Arteta hated like 90% of the squad at this point, can't you? I think this is my favourite moment from lockdown Arsenal. Aubameyang dropping the FA Cup, like... Is that Mustafi on crutches in the corner? I thought he was long gone by this point. I've done a bit too good of a job of repressing all these. I don't think an image sums up the lockdown Arsenal viewing experience quite like this one. You know what? It's actually quite nice looking back on all these moments now that Arsenal are actually good. It's much easier to see the funny side now that we're out of that. This was also around the same time as Guendouzi versus Maupay. So for those of you that might not remember, Maupay jumped into Leno while he was trying to catch a ball and completely mangled his knee, put him out for the rest of the season, which on a separate note started the butterfly effect of Emi Martinez going on to help Messi win the World Cup. Guendouzi started having an argument with Maupay, something to do with making more money than him, and then Maupay went on to score a 95th minute winner. I think this clip is the funniest thing to come out of the whole incident though.
I say Black Lives Matter, I say thank you to NHS. Maupay, you are an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat. I hope Brighton get relegated. Come to our dressing room and say what you said about our players. Come to our dressing room if you're brave enough.
Got a short and sweet one up next. It's quite simply this abomination. The absolute audacity to be charging 15 great British pounds for this during a time when everyone was broke. So one of the benefits of not having fans in stadiums was that even through the fake crowd noise, you could occasionally make out some of the things that the players and managers were saying. Klopp sounds so ragingly German in this clip, I love it. I also love that this video's quality is really low. Yeah, you can still see Lampard's bald patch just shining through. The other one was this one, Rob Holding versus Adama Traore.
Holding,
What a line. I miss Holding. Next up, I just want to talk about Lockdown Lingard. Yeah, he managed to score 9 goals and picked up 4 assists in just 16 games. Like, what a little redemption arc that was. The way Lingard went from being lucky to get on the Man U bench to being an auto-pick in just about everyone's FPL side really helps to cement the whole fever dream aspect of this whole period. Next up, we have Lamela winning the Puskas Award for his Rabona against Arsenal. It is a nice goal, to be fair. The nutmeg right into the bottom corner, it's a good goal. Credit where it's due. Yeah, I forgot that Lamela got himself sent off in this as well. Yeah, his elbows Tierney in the face. Lamela scoring a Puskas winning goal and then getting himself sent off and going on to lose the game. Take it away, Chiellini. However, this isn't the only time that Lamela features here, as he was one of many footballers to get caught breaking lockdown regulations. Let's take a look at some of them, shall we? So, Lamela, Lanzini and Reguilon all got caught going to Lo Celso's Christmas party, and they would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for some meddling family member sticking it on Instagram. But the 2 players that really take the cake for breaking the lockdown rules are surely Kyle Walker and Jack Grealish. So, shortly after putting out a tweet encouraging people to stay indoors, Kyle Walker got caught having 2 ladies of the night come round to his place, and a friend apparently, so, you know, sharing is caring. But yeah, Jack Grealish wasn't much better. Roughly a week into lockdown, Jack Grealish went to Ross McCormack's house party, and he got caught because the following morning, while still drunk, he managed to crash into 3 parked cars while moving his own car to avoid it getting clamped. And then less than 24 hours later, he posts this video.
Hi everybody, I just want to do a quick video message just to say how deeply embarrassed I am. I know it's a tough time for everyone at the moment, been locked indoors for so long, and I obviously just got a call off a friend asking to go around to his.
Obviously.
I don't want anyone to make the same mistake that I did, so I obviously urge everyone to stay at home. I know for a fact that I'll be doing that in the near future now, and I hope everyone can accept my apology. So cheers guys, thank you.
At least he took accountability and admitted it was a stupid thing to do. Next up, I quite simply have this. What the hell is an Ancelotti doing in Arlington, Texas? But yeah, Everton were a bit of a force to be reckoned with back then. That was when they had James Rodriguez and he was just playing out of his mind. I think it was just before COVID, but Everton were top of the league in November for a little while. It truly was a strange time. Finally, I have something that I think all of us could relate to at the time. Before me, I have a thread of some of the worst footballer haircuts after lockdown. Obviously, I'm in no position to be shitting on people for their haircuts, especially considering my own about 4 months into lockdown, but let's judge them anyway. Oh dear Sadio, what's gone wrong there? If your hairline's already that far gone, you might as well just get rid of the rest of it. I don't think the Firmino one's too bad. It looks better short, but that's definitely one of the better ones. I do not remember Aubameyang looking like that. He kind of looks like the evil guy from the series of unfortunate events. Sancho's isn't the worst either. Once again, good coverage, but he does kind of look like he's stuck his finger in a plug socket. Oh dear, Harvey. You could ski down that slope. Adama Traore looks like he's ready to pick up the guitar for the Blues Brothers. You know what? I rate that Alisson one. He looks like a Viking. And finally, we have Joel Linton, and I don't think that one's too bad. Definitely one of the better ones on this list. But yeah, those are all the best lockdown football incidents that I could find. I'm sure there's a few that I've missed, so if there are, please comment below. I'd love to see them. I also want to give a quick shout out to this channel, CounterAttack. His video on lockdown football helped jog my memory with a few of these incidents. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider going and giving this one a watch. Thank you all so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.